Okay, so I'm just gonna record this without getting too crazy about thinking what I'm going to talk about. Um, I guess I just want to record this to kind of clear my head. I have a lot of different things going on, a lot of different thoughts. I moved into another place this month because I'm living in another place. It looks like it's pretty nice so far, but I think it just kind of contributes to my sense of feeling like kind of scattered. I'm just thinking about planning the next few months. I'm planning on going back to New York in 2 months, and just sort of deciding what direction I want to go in. And I guess I want to look at what's most what's most alive for me, what's most interesting, exciting, compelling to me. Um, and I'd like to do some more workshops. Like I love to do self development things. Growing up, I did love education. I did love learning. And now it's like I can really be more selective about the things that I want to learn. I can still learn, but now like I can choose the topics that I'm interested in, like spirituality and psychology, self development, energy work, all sorts of yeah dynamics and social dynamics and stuff. Um, so I guess there's like the plan for what I want to do in Florida. Then there's a plan for what I want to do when I get back to New York. Um, yeah, and I think the general themes that I'm attracted to are this idea of collaboration and community, um, and accessing this energy of the feminine. Um, and I guess I just want to hone in on the best ways and the things that are most exciting to me in terms of accessing those things. Um, I, in the past, have lived with other people in groups, and I'm kind of feeling that call again in terms of like I'd like to have some sort of community feel. Yeah, I'd like to live with at least one other person, maybe multiple other people. And I've had that desire for a while, but I guess it hasn't really been clear how to orchestrate it. Um, and then I guess I don't necessarily have to live with a bunch of people in order to have community. I can just, engage in the community in many ways. Um, so I'm looking at orgasmic meditation. I'm looking at the sisterhood, sister goddess communities, women communities, um, and I guess I want to see what kind of things I can build, what kind of things I can collaborate with others on. Um, and yeah, a lot of the teachers that I enjoy and follow say like you don't even have to figure it out. Just like decide that you're going to collaborate and just show up. Like just say like basically create a container for something to happen, and you don't even have to decide what it is. In fact, a lot of them believe that it's better if you don't even decide it ahead of time. You just like go for it, like kind of improvisationally, which seems kind of crazy. To not, I mean, I guess you have a topic in general, but and I've seen like teachers that just go, they just all they do is show up, and they don't, and even if they've announced a topic, like in the moment, like I've seen people just kind of freeball it. um, so maybe that's something that works for me. Maybe that's something that would be valuable. I think it would be fun. I mean, I kind of like the idea of just like staying connected, and I think a lot of people use that as an excuse to not do it. Oh, well, I want to write a book, but I don't know what I would write about. Oh, I want to do a talk. I want to teach people, but I don't know what I would teach them. I kind of want that to not be an excuse and just like go for it. And then also the information could be kind of novel to me. It could be whatever sort of arises. Sounds more exciting than anything like I would rehearse and plan. Um, Yeah, I mean that like sort of teaching that way is still kind of new to me. Um, this improvisational style. So I don't feel like that confident doing it, but maybe that's the reason I should do it. So that I get good at it and I can feel confident about it. And even if I don't feel confident about it, it can still be valuable. Um, so yeah, I'm just like terrified to just commit to things. Oh, because there's so much that could go wrong. There's so much. Um, yeah, I guess I just don't want to really overcommit myself because a lot of the time I like end up kicking myself that I got a little crazy with it and didn't really schedule in time to like relax and kind of debrief and absorb the experience. Yeah, so I came back from the nudist bash this past weekend, and the weird thing, like the biggest challenge for me was really just the camping part. um, that that was like a challenge that I really wanted to overcome, and I really feel like I did, almost to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, I did it. Like, all right, and I'm like, so now what? And I want to get to the point where I can do like festivals like Burning Man or like, um, but all the like out of control elements still just like are feeling like a barrier to me. Um, yeah, I guess it's just like I want to prepare, but I also want to be able to surrender. So it's kind of that balance, I guess. Um, yeah, I'd like to be able to. I feel like Burning Man would feel like the ultimate for me. And I've been talking to people about it, like trying to ask questions and really wrap my head around this idea of going. But I also have a whole bunch of other things that are like types of festivals that are coming up. And I mean, since Burning Man is like the number one like of intensity, I'm thinking I'll do the lower intensity ones first. Yeah, there are a lot of like sort of sensuality festivals coming up, like conscious sexuality, probably some nudism stuff too, or at least like clothing optional festivals. Um, so I can go to those. Um, yeah, I guess I have just crazy loads of barriers, and I guess the only way I'm gonna get over it is just by doing it. I have issues with like the food, and I don't know how the housing's gonna be, and what if I can't sleep, and everybody like let's say I'm in a common room with a bunch of other people, and it's like lights out, and I can't sleep, and then I'm like alone, and I don't know why I have all these like weird security issues about this stuff, but I the person I want to be doesn't worry about this stuff. And worrying about this stuff really slows me down. I really want to just like be able to embrace these things and kind of see the version of me that's on the other side of that. Um, yeah. So like if I didn't have any of those concerns, I would probably do the workshop in May for circling. It's in St. Petersburg, and I've been wanting to experiment and check out St. Petersburg for a while. I've heard really good things about it. Even when I went to the nudist bash, there were people telling me about it and how it's like really like vibrant place for young people and artists. And people were saying it's like the Brooklyn of Florida or something like that. And I've lived in Brooklyn, and I feel pretty in line with Brooklyn. Because where I've been living in Florida, like last season and this season, is Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood. Oh, I think my battery's gonna die. So I'll just let it die. So those are the and yeah. So anyway, these areas are more people who are retired and people who are older, and I love retired people. I love old people, but you know I do want to hang out with some young people and you know do some creative projects and stuff. So I think the vibe would be, and I'm also from New York, so I'm used to an urban environment. I'm used to like high energy sort of situations. So I kind of miss that pulse of New York City, the diversity and all that. So so my new Airbnb is Miami Beach, so much closer to Miami. So I'm hoping that the energy will be younger. But anyway, the point is that I wanted to check out St. Petersburg so that maybe next season, when I go down to Florida, maybe I'll land in St. Petersburg, and that'll be a good vibe. I'm already at 10 minutes. Anyway, so that was the workshop I wanted to do. There's also a sensuality workshop coming up. There's a group of my friends are going to go to the Naked City in France, which I was at maybe 2 years ago. But it would be fun to go with a group. And I think there's a Tantra thing coming up too. And then there are things I want to lead too. I just want to lead my own things. I think this apartment that I'm in now is good for like leading some events and stuff. Maybe I would do some orgasmic meditation circles. I've been leading some of the turn-ons in Florida, which are like communication game events to just get you like present in your life and revealing things about your life. And those are the things that are kind of going around in my head. But I'm out of time, so bye.